Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the Resilient Talk podcast. I am your host, Coach Diamond D, Certified Master Life Coach, RBT, Registered Behavior Tech. And listen, y'all, I'm just blessed to be alive. I'm just absolutely blessed to be alive. And so I just want to say, first, let me give honor to God, who is the head of my life. I am grateful and thankful that, He has extended me, little old me, the opportunity to still be here to live a thing. And so that's what I do. I just live, y'all. I'm a life coach. I just live. I live, I help people, I talk to people, and I love on people. And I really be a silly mom when I'm at home, a silly wife when I'm at home, because I just know that I am blessed to still be alive. And so, since I know that, I always seem to prepare my mind on what could happen, not shoulda, could happen, all because we are not promised tomorrow. And so, when we're not promised tomorrow, guess what? You got to recognize that right now, today, on the behalf of, if I'm not promised tomorrow, what should my best self be doing like right now to make myself happy, to make myself feel better on the internal side of me? Because everybody can see the external, but on the internal, if we don't feel like, you heard what I said? If we don't feel like how we should be feeling, then we're not doing a thing. Like, we just really just being there. And that's not healthy at all. And so I'm here to tell y'all, I coach myself honestly each and every day on the behalf of how I want my flowers to bloom right now, how I want my wings to spread right now. Flowers bloom when we smile, and we know that. So we got to smile, y'all. We got to smile all the time, because all it is about is love. God is love. And I say that word, and I say it with confidence, because I didn't used to get that often. I didn't used to get it, the way I thought I should have been getting the word love. And so now that all of us look at that word love, that definition of the word love, the same, because some people think love is materialistic, and some people think love is, life, doing a thing for someone, or just, giving somebody something, or just, that's not just love. Love is you internalizing who you are within God's eyes. So when you stop trying to please everybody else, stop trying to please everybody else, and please your internal belief, your thoughts, your emotions. We get so caught up trying to tell other people what we think they should be doing or saying, or what it looked like. And if I ever told somebody that, I'm a person that I can say I'm sorry, because if I told you that, because that's what I saw, and it wasn't to hurt you, it was to help you, it was to help build you to become a better version of yourself. And so when we decide to really set aside and say, if I check on my internal, because there's two of me in there, if I check on my internal, then maybe I will get on the right track to, I will get in the right alignment to move gently forward into what I want to do in life, or what I want to become more of, or how I want to become more of. And so, y'all, that's what I did myself. I went on this journey to discover me, to discover all of me, to discover the things y'all said y'all didn't like about me, to discover the things that I needed to know about, the likes and dislikes about myself. And then when I put it all together, I came up with, oh, mm, so it was me. Oh, it wasn't me. Oh, oh, that's a pretty look, y'all. Dang. It was me. No, was it me? Let's check. Let's see. And so when I went on that journey, you have to go back and go back and go back and go back to see it. All these people that we were nice to, who we were mean to, and who we had to raise, that stuff too. And so when we go back to that, we come, you kind of revamp mentally and say, I did this to this person because this is what happened. I said this to this person because this is how this person said it to me. Yeah, I wasn't trying to be rude, disrespectful, or mean. Honey, that thing, let me tell you, it will make you go back and say, you know what? If I ever hurt your feelings, if I ever said anything rude, disrespectful, or anything that just doesn't sit well with your soul, I apologize. I apologize right now while I still have time, because one, I don't want to leave this world without, a clear heart, clear mind, clear soul. Two, I don't want to, and I mean, people take that sometimes for real, and some people take it sometimes for play. But because I know my personality and who I am and whose I am, I'm confident with, being able to apologize if I was rude or disrespectful or hurtful or anything out of the norm, right? Right. So I went through them steps for real, y'all, and I discovered my purpose. I discovered my true alignment, which I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm on the fourth step of this. And so when you say you discover your purpose, it's like, what is your purpose? It's almost like your purpose is your niche. When you're coaching, when you're leading, when you're teaching, you really dig deep on these things. And mine would be mindset, my thinking ability, and behavior. Because that's just what I pay attention to. Action. We say we somebody, but then we, walk around like we ain't nobody. I'm confused. I'm somebody. And I'm going to be somebody. And I'm going to live it. And I'm going to believe it. And I'm going to magnify it. And I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to enjoy my life because I internally know what's going on right now in my own personal soul. And so we, as individuals that have been through life, are so afraid to step out our comfort zone, to step forward, to live purpose, to live a butterfly, to live or challenge themselves to grow, to connect with other sisters or brothers out here, to do a thing, to prosper or to grow or to just lead in a magnificent way that God has tremendously given you this full talent and skill that you have the ability to go and coach and teach and lead and do a thing. And y'all, I say that with so much emphasis because we have so many people out here that are very, very, very talented, very, very, very authentic, very, 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 um, you know, goal focused driven, that could be coaching, teaching, leading, even the kids, y'all. Coaching, leading, teaching in all aspects or all areas of their life. But yet we don't see it, or we don't introduce it, or we don't, try to pull it out of them because we don't open up opportunities as much anymore. Well, I want to introduce myself, which I've already have. I am Coach Diamond, and I am that coach or that leader, that speaker, that motivator that likes to connect with individuals to help our children, not only our children, but young adults and adults that are, resilient in their own way, but yet they're ready to get up and go do a thing, but they're afraid to step out of their comfort zone. I'm your coach. Connect with Coach Diamond, because all you do is literally hold yourself back, and you have the ability to just step forward, and all you need is that coach, that accountability partner, that person that can help you get from point A to point B. Not just point B being your second option, but from point A to point B so that you can take off and go somewhere, right? Or rise. I'll never forget the time I told my son, I raise leaders. Don't play with me. And that's exactly what I said. I raise leaders. Don't play with me. I told Jordan the same thing. Had a nerve to tell me this morning. Lord have mercy. Mom, I said, Jordan, take a picture, please. Mom, I'm in the 6th grade. I'll be all right. I got this. I said, okay, and you got, we ain't even gonna go there. But that's exactly what I'm talking about, y'all. Just the confidence that's in my child. I literally, I mean, I guess they watch me. I guess they talk to me. They know that they mama gonna just show up. And so he is so confident now. I just love it because he speaks up more for himself. And not only do he speak up more for himself, he's at the point now where I kind of had even my oldest, like, if it wasn't true, he wasn't gonna sit in it. So I test him every now and then. You gotta test your kids every now and then, and that's what I do. And so again, I went on that journey, and I saw how my family, my childhood influences influenced me. I want to also do the same thing for my own children and for other kids out there, or just parents or whatnot, or adults that struggle with building back their confidence to get up and go do a thing. And I'm kind of almost like your accountability partner, your check-in partner, your whatever you want to call me. Like, just call me. I've been called worse. I've been called worse. But this is the year 2025 that we get so caught up being stuck. And once we get stuck, we just stop. And we shouldn't be stopping on anything. And so a lot of y'all think that, okay, the business is moving slow. Yeah, it's gonna move slow. But even if it moves slow, you still gotta keep going and keep building and keep trying to move gently forward on the next project, or the next project, or the project after that, or the project, in the future. And so that's where I help you set those goals. Sit down, we do a map, and we map it out so that you can kind of cross over this bridge and get some confidence and become more bold to share your authentic self. And that's the part I love. I love to see people just get out their comfort zone and just do a thing. If God gave you a gift, a talent, a voice, it's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to speak. It's time to be your authentic self, right? And that's what that looks like. So I'm gonna tell you, I am super excited that you are super excited to even do a thing with your own very best self, because we all have these things and we just don't like to share or talk about these things because we get in our fearful face, or fearful whatever that may be, and we just kind of quit. And so I went through those steps. So my child influences helped me, and that's where I was. And then I had to go back through those steps with stop trying to discover your passion. I said, if I stop trying to discover my passion, then I'm gonna be just sad. That's what I said. Well, okay. Well, how do you discover your passion, not knowing your purpose? And I kept asking myself those questions, y'all. I was like, ding, 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 ding. It's easy. Everything that people used to tell you to stop doing. Hello? Everything that people tell you to stop doing. See, we don't think about it like that. People tell you to stop doing something for so long, you become accustomed to you're going to stop doing it because you think that you're supposed to just stop doing it. No, I was a genuine person, literally, inside out all my life. Until you tried me, I was a genuine person. Until you lied on me, I was and then I thought, let me go speak up on this, or let me go check this out, or whatever. And then I learned you ain't got to speak up on things that that is within you. God gave you that. So you don't have to speak up on why you confident all the time, or why you bold, or why you just who you say you are. We don't have to do it now. But back then, oh yeah. Oh, we had to do it a lot of times. A lot of times. A lot of times. And so when I know that I am the author of my own story, I am the creator of my story. Like, I can create how I emotionally feel every day. I can create the space I want to be in every day. I can actually say, Lord, thank you for putting me where I am today, even with the trials and tribulations that I went through. You know, I can still say I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And so until we really sit down within ourselves or just sit for a minute and sit in what I'm sharing with y'all right now, we're not going to see it. And so I just pray that everybody start wanting to see more of you being the author, or the creator of your own personal story, your life journey, where you been, and the things happen to you. Those we can't change that. But what you can change is how you look at it, how you view it. Once you identify some steps about you, yourself, your authentication, who you really are as a person. And so that's when you dig deep. Y'all, when I first stepped into this, I had to lose some friends. I had to lose some friends, some family members. I had to lose a lot of people. I had to lose literally the people that I was truly connected with. Every time it was a party, we were going, or every time we was connecting with this person or that person, we was going to, we was just having fun. And so when I stepped into discovering my authentication, I had to say, you know what? It's either going to be real, real, or authentic. That's it. And I really had to step back and reevaluate myself. And I started writing down the things that when I go around these people, this is how they treat me. When I go around these people, this is how they treat me. When I go around, some people say don't make it personal about you, but when you're discovering who your stomach need to feel like, your authentication, how you need to feel daily, you got to make that personal about yourself, because that's what we're rebuilding. We are rebuilding a better version of you to step up and step out. This ain't the same Coach Diamond that y'all knew. And if you think it is, that's your fault. Because I'm telling you, cobwebs is all up off this woman over here right here. I'm telling y'all, God be doing some numbers on me. And I love it, because that's what's keeping me sane, to stay stuck where I'm supposed to be in. I would rather be stuck in the goodness than to be stuck in the not goodness. Make it make sense. I want all good and no bad. I want all authentication and no fakeness. That's just life, y'all. That's life. And how we divide our mindsets up like that, it's not a division problem. It is a multiplication, because you're building on and on and on to get in that space. Like I tell people, my business won't run unless I'm not in it. It won't, because I am my business, right? Right. So knowing that I want to look at an eye for an eye for an eye, you grow that way, because those are the people that are going to be on your team. Those are the people that are going to be respectful of your team. Those are the people that are going to be, having your back for those reasons. Those are the people that's going to have your front, side, sideways, all the good stuff. And so I learned that, me personally, walking through faith, walking boldly through faith, and really knowing that I had to learn that serenity prayer backwards. God, give me the wisdom. I got the wisdom. I knew a thing, even if I was trying to tell somebody something positive, they still took it negative because of the sound of my voice. Are you serious? I'm like, okay. So with that being said, knowing I had the wisdom to know automatically, like, if my life is like this and I put myself in this situation, I can get out of it, because it's something out here that's going to guide me to get out of it, or to connect me to get out of it. And that's how I had to think about it, y'all. I had to start changing my words instead of saying, okay, man, I know these folks ain't talking about me. Blah, 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 blah. I'm smart enough to do this. I'm smart. No. If you're smart enough to make that shift for your very best self, to grow into who you're becoming. Not where you are today, but where you're going. And so, y'all, that's like literally what I beg God to really put in my life. But you don't beg God. All you got to do is be direct. And when you direct, know that the words that comes out of my mouth, they come out of my mouth for reasons and not just seasons. They come out because there is a higher somebody in me, and I love it. It's a higher purpose in me. The purpose is to make that transformation. And when I learned that I wanted to make that transformation, again, y'all, I had to dig back into this. Discover your purpose, discover your purpose, discover your purpose. Because your authentication is who is within you, not what they see. And I love that now. So I went on that day, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 shift, from coming out of the shift fear failure into success fuel, shift how you focus on your health, shift your relationships with, growing in purpose, and get shift done. Day 5, now you're shifted to focus. And I thought it was so cool. And that's what I do every single day now. I just help people with challenging the 5 day challenges with them. And I do the challenge as well because I like doing the work all the time. And I can do it all the time. And I love doing it all the time. So I'm going to do it all the time. So I do the 5 day challenge. And when I do the 5 day challenge, what's the expect value of that 5 day challenge sticks out to you, because it won't stick out to you unless you go do it. And so when you have to go do a thing, that is when you really know you're moving and gently getting out your own way to rise up and to become a better version of yourself. You know? And listen, I'm going to tell the same story, but it'll probably be a different way later on. But that's what it looks like. So I went on that Discover Your Purpose journey, found myself, started life coaching to discover your purpose, and knowing that, of course, you are here for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Before you really say, nah, this ain't real, you always have to give yourself an opportunity to shift and change, because nobody can change you. I can't change you. We can only help people instill these things in them. And so when we're not coaching it that way and they don't hear it that way, they kind of get beside themselves and they think they just, they just not seen, heard, or understood. Well, this is why it's important to get out your own way, to get started so that you can see how this works, what you want to do with it, how you want to do it, just all those good things. Because everything happens for a reason, right? I think it does. I don't know about you, but I really think it does. And when it do, we have to always start seeing our experiences as opportunities. And when we do that, we got to find that those things work, even if it considered to be the worst obstacles and challenges turned out to be your biggest blessing. And so that's where it comes. This is not only from somebody's mindset perspective. It comes from our experience from working with thousands of individuals doing research in the field of psychology. Sometimes the events of our lives, books, all kinds of stuff, the miracles and meaningful situations that we can't help but see how maybe, just maybe, everything was really leading us towards something greater. So be authentically you. And that's what it tells us. Be you. So I really, really, really encourage you, to get out your own way. Go through these gems with me. This is the Discover Your Purpose, y'all, gems. And then I just completed my ebook from this, which I'm so, so proud of my own self, because at the end of the day, y'all know I don't sit still. I be on the go. I be on the go. And I have to stay on the go. And I love what I do. And that's all that matters. I walk all the time to help the brain. I walk all the time to help the heart. I walk all the time to help the energy. And that's what it's about. So listen, if y'all are somebody that, you are looking to shift out of your own way and, start doing the things that you truly, truly love to do, and you see a bigger vision within yourself, let's talk, because that is what Coach Diamond does. I help you. I sit with you. I connect with you. I collaborate with you. And I help you grow. And I love doing a thing. So if that's for you, let's make this connection. Let's have this conversation. And let's move gently forward out of our own way so that we can become a better version of ourselves. Right? Practice makes effort, because nobody's perfect. Practice makes effort, because nobody's perfect. Say it with me. Practice makes effort, because nobody's perfect. That's right. And that's all that matters. And then you just do a thing. Like, you just take off. You just start being your authentic self, aligning it, and then living it, and treating yourself how you emotionally want to feel. Okay? And so that goes over to the next thing about when you choose how you want to feel, you choose how you eat, how you connect with that internal part of you. And that's the part where you start growing in the spirit. And I'm super excited now that I'm learning so much from the Bible. I'm learning so much from all of my spiritual leaders. I'm learning so much from just connecting with individuals that really, you know, can see a purpose in life, and they've already lived the thing. So therefore, they're able to coach it and teach it and lead it in a certain, different type of way. Not everybody learns the same, and that's okay. And so when you learn that about your true self, then again, you start learning how to start writing your story, rewriting your story, and then boom, unleashing with it all on your story. And that's what I did. I came out the woodwork, y'all. I had to let folk know, like, look, who y'all say I was. Some of it was true, but some of it wasn't true. But let me tell you, I ain't got to explain myself to nobody, because I'm authentic, yo. I just had to be real like that, for real. So I did a thing. I mean, you can't take away my personality. Nobody can take, so you can't, you shouldn't want to take away a person's personality, their energy, their life. That's their life. That's their, they might feel like they silly or funny. So let them be silly or funny. You cannot take away somebody's personality on accident. So this is why we got to look within ourselves to make sure we are purposely driven to motivate and push these individuals in the right directions to be a better version of themselves, or to live, or to, seek, or whatever they choose to do in life. And that is what I love to do. And so I encourage you, if you are somebody that wants to speak, if you want to lead, teach, talk, whatever, and you are wanting to become a life coach or a community support individual, and you want to do a thing, then guess what? Let's talk, let's grow, because that's what I do. contact me at it's all on my social media page. Phone number should be out there or whatnot. But that's y'all. That's all I do, and I love doing what I do. And I walk, and I pray, and I talk to God. That's what I do. And so right now, guess what? You never know. I might be still doing the same thing in 20 years, or I might be, you know, I don't know. Who knows? But it's all about just getting up, doing it now, living that vision, doing what it is that I like to do, like what I like to say, how I like to say it, when I want that part. Don't mind me, y'all. But that's what I like to do. And so you are the author, the creator of your story, and I encourage you to really, get started and do a thing if that's what you choose to do. I love y'all, beautiful people. Do not hesitate to reach out. You can find me on my Facebook page, Open Hearts with Diamond D Foundation, or you can find me with Diamond Harris on my Facebook page, Diamond Harris. No, Open Hearts on IG, and I think that's it. My YouTube is Coach Diamond. So again, I love y'all. Thank y'all for connecting. Let's talk and grow gently.